Girls Soccer. I am Stefan Jandersevitz, accompanied here with Adam.
Hi.
He'll be the cameraman for today, and I'll be your announcer. Today's game is going to be Peabody Girls Soccer versus Winthrop. So far, the ball has just been kicked around on, I think it's going to be Peabody on the right, Winthrop on the left. Peabody going for a shot already on the goal, but goalie just happens to block it. So how's your day been going, Adam?
Fantastic.
Mine has been great. Chaotic, but great.
That's great.
Peabody and Winthrop trading around the ball a little bit. 6 takes a big shot forward, so number 12 can try and get a shot on goal. Number 18 for Winthrop, though, then kicks it out. That'll be Peabody's ball. And there it goes, right into the middle of the crowd. Peabody trying to kick it up, but just barely saving it before it goes out of bounds. Lots of pressure by Winthrop to get the ball out. Number 7 takes a shot on net, but is blocked again by that goalie. That's 2 shots on net already for Peabody, and it's only been like 2.5 minutes. Peabody gets the ball again from the goalie. 18 passes it back to number 3 on Peabody. 3 tries passing it up, but Winthrop intercepts it. They kick it up the field, but 22 on Peabody intercepts that. Takes a really high shot over towards the goalie, but it ends up going out of bounds. Somebody other than the goalie would be kicking in the ball for Winthrop. Winthrop ends up picking up the ball, passing it over, but Peabody ends up intercepting it before it gets to anybody from Winthrop. Winthrop steals the ball from Peabody, but Peabody picks it back up. 18 trying to set up for a shot. Takes a small shot, and that's blocked by the goalie. One of the Peabody players tried capitalizing on a mistake that the goalie could have made by dropping the ball and getting a goal there, but that just ended up kicking the goalie in the hands. 18 kicks it forward either as a shot or as a pass, but it gets blocked off the head of a Winthrop player. Ball goes out of bounds. I believe that would be on Winthrop. So that would be Peabody's ball. They're going to be Peabody's going to be throwing it in from the corner. I think number 22 will be doing that. And there it goes. Off the foot of a Peabody player, bounces off the sidebar, and that's a goal. Scores 1-0 with 36 minutes left in the game. That was actually a very sloppy goal. I mean, it was still a goal, but Winthrop could have actually done some stuff to make it so that the ball didn't go in, but they sort of seemed like they gave up halfway through it. Winthrop is going to be starting off with the ball. Peabody's going to let it go out of bounds, so it could be theirs. 22 throws in the ball, bounces off the chest of 14. 14 will be bringing it up the field. Kicks it forward to try and pass it to 18 on Peabody, but 16 on Winthrop ends up getting the ball. Trying to kick it out. Oh, that was a nice call, ref. 18 let the ball go out of bounds a little bit there, and gladly the ref saw that. At least we know these refs can actually see what's going on in the crowd. That's going to be out on Peabody. So Winthrop will be throwing in the ball. Bounces off the head of number 3 on Peabody, off of number 18's head on Peabody. 19 on Winthrop ends up kicking the ball forward though. 5 trying to screen a Winthrop player. Kicks the ball forward. Oh, I don't know what that means. 2 fists on the hip from the referee.
Maybe he's trying to be a superhero.
Yeah, he's a pretty good superhero. That's going to be Winthrop's ball. And here it goes. Bounces off number 12's head. 18 ends up kicking the ball out of bounds. No, the ball does not go out of bounds, but instead bounces off the chest of a Peabody player, then out of bounds. Peabody trying to apply a lot of pressure to make them fall out of bounds. Peabody then kicks the ball out, making it Winthrop's ball. Kicking it up straight up into the air, bounces off the chest of number 22. Winthrop and Peabody really fighting for this ball. It seems like everybody's just crashing into each other too. That was a nice little save from number 14 on Peabody. 12 could be trying to set up for a shot. She's in the front. She's almost in front of everybody. Nope, no, she's not. And it goes out on Peabody. Actually, no, that's out on Winthrop. All right. I mean, he's closer than I am. And here it goes. Bounces off ahead of a Peabody player and almost into the net. Peabody takes another shot, bouncing off the post a second time in a row. And Winthrop ends up kicking it back out. Number 7's there to keep the ball back into the on the offensive side for Peabody. 22 kicks the ball forward and it goes out of bounds. That'll be Winthrop's ball. There it goes. Ball's not going very far, though. Seems like Winthrop really needs to work on their kicks. The ball is only going in like the 25, 30-yard line every time they kicked it. While like some of the other Peabody girls could kick it to the 50 and to the other side 40. At least from previous games that I've seen. Peabody intercepting the ball again, passing it back and forth. That was a nice shot, but that was also a nice save from Winthrop goalie there. Ball goes straight up into the air. Number 7's there to receive it, headbutts it up. 22 ends up on Winthrop trying to steal the ball back. Lots of shoving. Peabody saves the ball before it goes out of bounds. Kicks it back onto their offensive side. And here they go, race to the ball. 12 kicking the ball forward for 18 to get, and goalie ends up catching it before 18 can capitalize on that. Ball goes straight up into the air. Peabody and Winthrop really just trading for the ball right now, but it seems like Peabody has more control over it than Winthrop does. Goalie comes out of the net to save it again. She's playing very defensively right now. And I feel like she needs to. Winthrop and Peabody again trading for the ball, but it seems like Peabody regains possession. And Peabody sends it forward. 18 passing it up, but number 8's on the ground because she tripped. Winthrop ends up regaining control of the ball, trying to get it up the field to actually put themselves on the board. Peabody ends up stealing the ball away. And the ball's out of bounds. That would be Peabody ball. Peabody throws in the ball, setting up a nice shot here, but goalie ends up saving it before somebody can actually kick it. Because that's what you need to do in soccer.
Yep.
Goalie kicks it towards the middle of the field, but more like towards the 35-yard line. That's a whistle. He's pointing at something. I don't know who he's pointing at. I believe this will be Winthrop's ball, though. I guess that was an offsides. Peabody has possession of the ball right now. Seems the ball goes a little bit past her. Peabody letting the ball go out of bounds so that they regain control of it. Peabody throws it in. Six kicks it forward. 18's going for it. Takes a shot. Goes past the goalie, and that's a goal. Score is now 2-0 with 27:14 left in the half. Peabody Girls is playing a great game right now so far. Winthrop's going to be starting off with the ball, but Peabody soon regains cover of it. And there goes the ball. Goes hard up the field, but the goalie will be able to come out of the net and grab that before anybody does anything with it. There it goes. Peabody passing it around. Ball looks like it might go out of bounds. No, it does not. Number 3 saves it before anything happens. Crashing into each other. That seems like it was just a lighthearted crash. Nothing bad happened to that. That'll be out of bounds on Peabody. Peabody player blocking that shot with her chest and making it go off another Winthrop player's foot and out of bounds. Peabody player is trying to get it going. Number 12, I think that is, but she keeps kicking it off the heads of the Winthrop players. Peabody takes a shot, but it ends up getting caught by that goalie. There goes the ball. Bounces off the head of number 14. Peabody crashing into each other. And number 18 will be called for a push, making it number 18 on Winthrop's ball. 18 on Winthrop will kick it forward. 14 trying to kick the ball away, but ends up just stopping her 17 on Winthrop from kicking it. 7 on Peabody is doing her best job on the defensive side, keeping the ball away. Every time it comes into the Peabody defensive zone, she just throws it back into the Peabody offensive zone. Peabody playing very aggressive with his ball. 12 trying to take a shot on net, but it ends up being blocked by the goalie. There it goes. Peabody ends up receiving again. Winthrop and end up catching it. Peabody's ball now. They're going to be trading for. It seems like they're going to be trading a little bit. Whistle blown, offsides. That'll be on Peabody, so making it Winthrop's ball. There it goes. Peabody ends up receiving it, kicking it forward. Winthrop ends up receiving it. Peabody just passing it up. Doing a great job so far. Shot on goal, bounces off the goalie, and she ends up catching it. Score is still 2-0 with 23 minutes left in the half. Peabody keeps receiving all of the goalie's kicks, it seems. And Winthrop can't really do much about it. There's so much pressure against Winthrop's team that they can't even get the ball out of their Winthrop's defensive zone.
Pull up! Pull up, Blue!
Peabody really playing a harsh game right now so far. Seems like and that's an extra field goal. But that doesn't count here in soccer. So that was a little too high for number 22 on Peabody. So the score is still 2-0, 21:51 left in the half. It seems like Peabody was having a real hard time trying to get past the wall of blue, dark blue there. There goes the ball. Peabody tries to set it forward, but it bounces off the knees of a Winthrop player, making it their ball. Peabody passing around a little bit, tries taking a shot on net, but it just ends up bouncing off the field goal posts. Whistle being blown for something. It seems that the referee's telling 13 to get off the field. Maybe one too many people. No, just she gave one of the people sitting at the table something. Referee re-blows the whistle to set the game back in motion. Peabody headbutts the ball forward. picks the ball back up, sending a shot up for number 18. Bounces off the body of the goalie. Goalie's able to reset because of the Winthrop defense. Winthrop trying to get an advancement on the ball, but Peabody ends up stealing it away and kicking it back. Lots of trading going on right here. Out of bounds on Winthrop. That'll be Peabody's ball. '18 playing a harsh game. Just stopping it before two people stole from him. 22 takes a shot and goes just a little too far right. That was way too close for comfort for Winthrop. Here comes the ball again from Winthrop's side. This time Winthrop ends up receiving it. Peabody's trying to steal it back, but they end up doing that. But Winthrop's not going to go out without a fight. Peabody trying to pass it around to get it. Oh, Winthrop ends up stealing it. Peabody ends up stealing it back. Oh, whistle blown. I believe that's an offsides again. Either way, it's going to be Winthrop's ball. Oh, it looks like that looked like a little shove. That'll be Winthrop's ball again. There it goes. Two Winthrop playing, passing it back and forth, that being 10 and 7. 13 ends up stealing the ball away from 10, though. 22 trying to keep the ball in, but number 10 ends up kicking the ball out. That'll be Peabody's ball. Looks like somebody on Peabody's going to be replacing number 18. I believe that is 21. 21. Peabody throws in the ball. And it goes out again, but this time it'll be Winthrop's. Winthrop throws it in, gives it right over to Peabody. Winthrop kicks the ball forward. A lot of trading going on between who owns the ball right now. Peabody ends up kicking it up the field. Oh, that looked like a trip. 16 and 21 sharing their condolences, making sure they're yeah, they're showing their condolences, man. They're just making sure that they're both all right. They're not getting too salty about it. 22 will be getting a shot on net, it seems, with number 18 and 10 blocking for Winthrop. Shot goes towards the net, a little far left, hit bouncing off the goalie's knees, and then she ends up diving to save it. Goalie kicks the ball up. Peabody ends up receiving it again, but Winthrop ends up taking it back. Again, it's going to be one of those moments where nobody really has possession. Ball goes out of bounds. I think that'll be Winthrop? Yeah, Winthrop. Ball. Winthrop throws in the ball. Bounces off the head of a Peabody player. Again, a lot of trading. Goes out of bounds. That'll be Winthrop ball. Actually, no, Peabody ball. Winthrop ends up kicking the ball back to towards Peabody's side. Number 7 ends up stealing the ball, but Winthrop ends up stealing the ball back. Peabody missing the kick on the ball, trying to get the ball as far as they can go, but Peabody ends up pushing the ball back onto their Winthrop defensive side. Winthrop and Peabody really just trading who has possession of the ball. Bounces ahead of number 7. Winthrop ends up receiving it, passing it back and forth. Seems like 25 could maybe have a shot. No, she can't. Fighting over the ball a ton, but 25 ends up letting the ball roll out of bounds. Score is still 2-0 with 14 minutes left in the half. There it goes. Winthrop receives, kicking it back onto Peabody's side. Peabody trying their hardest to trade. Ball ends up going out of bounds again. I think that's on Winthrop again.
Take a touch, Julia.
You know, usually there's little kids that run around and pick up the balls when they go too far for anybody to really get. And it doesn't seem like anybody's just volunteering for that right now.
So the goalie has to do it.
Yeah, it's a little weird that the goalie has to do it, though. Peabody goalie ends up kicking the ball. Winthrop ends up receiving, but Peabody ends up taking the ball away from her. Bounces off of both the Peabody and Winthrop's legs, but it ends up going out on Winthrop, making it Peabody ball. That looks like an exchange of number 4 on Peabody for number 17. 22 will be throwing in the ball for Peabody. 21 trying to keep the ball in bounds. 16 on Winthrop ends up stealing the ball back. 25 by accident trip on 22 for Peabody. She seems fine though, just a little shaken up. .22 kicks the ball towards the net, but the goalie ends up catching it. There goes the ball, right over the crowd. Winthrop ends up receiving. Peabody steals it away. Lots of passing be going on between Peabody. Ball ends up going out on Peabody, making it. Not on Peabody, out on Winthrop, making it Peabody's ball. Peabody throws it in. Trading around, trying to set up for a shot. A little too much pressure, though. Number 5 ends up trying to take a shot on the net for Peabody. Actually, that's 6. But the goalie ends up catching the ball before anything happens. Lots of good feet and footwork with Peabody right now. Peabody trying to let the ball go out of bounds so they can throw it in. Peabody ends up getting the ball. And that'll be out on Peabody. Peabody ended up getting it back on the Winthrop defensive. Lots of high kicks to get set up for a shot for Winthrop. 22 ends up just kicking the ball out of bounds, though. Winthrop will be throwing in the ball instead of kicking it. (19) just whiffing the ball for Winthrop. 22 ends up kicking the ball out of bounds again, making it a Winthrop ball. Seven will be kicking in the ball for Winthrop. There it goes. Bounces off the head of a Winthrop player and then out of bounds again. There that goes. Peabody ends up receiving. 8 passing it forward. Going for 21. 21's got to get a free shot on goal. Goes, and that's a score for Peabody. 3-0 with 8:18 left in the half. That's another great goal for Peabody.
This is not 18-18.
Yeah, because it's 8:18. Winthrop will be starting off with the ball. Kicking it hard towards Peabody, but Peabody ends up retaliating. There it goes. Peabody's gonna have, looks like they're gonna have another great lead with the ball, but Winthrop ends up stealing it away. And then kicking, oh, they didn't kick it out of bounds, rather they just tried kicking it back. Whistle is blown, making it Winthrop's ball. Winthrop kicks in the ball. Peabody trying their hardest to steal it again. Peabody trying to get a hold of the ball again, kicking it up, getting to get ready for a shot, but goalie ends up catching it. Peabody ends up receiving, but Winthrop ends up kicking it back. Bounces off the head of number 7. 22 will not let the ball go out. Actually, no, yes, she will. Miscalculation on my part. Ball's gonna be. This is gonna be Winthrop's ball. Looks like we got a trade going on here. 8 for 18 and 2 for on Winthrop. 8 on Peabody for 18 on Peabody and 2 on Winthrop for 10 on Winthrop. (21) will be throwing the ball in for Winthrop. They throw it high. Peabody ends up receiving though, giving it up to 21. 21 kicks the ball super forward. 18 on Winthrop might be getting this before 18 on Peabody will. They end up kicking it out of bounds. Oh, no, 16 on Winthrop end up stealing it back before it goes out of bounds. Kicking it forward. 7 on Peabody ends up stopping the ball from advancing like she usually has been. 14 passes it back to 22, passing it up to 5. Passing it up to anyone who would receive it. I think this is going to be trying 18. 18 takes a shot, and it bounces off the outside of the net. So that is no goal. Seems like another line trade for Peabody. Winthrop will be kicking the ball forward. Bounce off the head of a Peabody player. Peabody ends up receiving. Number 11 trying to kick the ball forward. 6 ends up receiving it. Winthrop creating a lot of pressure to keep the ball away from Peabody. And ball goes out on Winthrop, making it Peabody's ball. Number 7 will be throwing the ball in. Winthrop passing it around a little bit. Lots of pressure from Peabody, though. Winthrop kicks it back towards the Peabody defense. 26 for Peabody will kick it back, pass it over to 7 before getting it back onto the Peabody offensive. Ball goes out of bounds on 6 from Winthrop, making it Peabody's ball. Only 4 minutes here left in the half, and the score is still 3-0 with Peabody in the lead. Ball goes out of bounds again on Winthrop. 7 will throw it in. 12 saves it before it goes out of bounds. Whistle is blown, making it in. The referee declares that it's Winthrop's ball. There goes the ball. Bounces off number 14 on Peabody's head, off of number 26. Peabody will be kicking the ball in. Lots of trading going on here. Trying to set up for a shot here. Going from the outside, trying to take a sharp turn inside. People tripping up over each other. Peabody ends up receiving the ball, passing it back to 14. 14 takes a shot, and goal! That was a nice shot by number 14 on Peabody. The score is now 4-0 with 2:18 left in the half. Winthrop will be starting off with the ball. Winthrop trying to keep it forward, trying to get themselves some points and on top of the board. 16 playing very aggressively and ends up stealing the ball away from 18 and pushing it back onto their offensive side. 22 on Peabody ends up receiving the ball, trying to get it past a bunch of players, passing it up to 23, who passes it up to 18, but 18 on Winthrop ends up kicking out of bounds, making it Peabody's ball. Whistle's blown. I guess this is going to be Winthrop's ball. One of the people in the stands declared that there was a handball. So I'm going to believe him. 22 ends up receiving the ball again, kicking it up the field, but Winthrop ends up pushing it back towards the 50-yard line. But 41 is on Peabody's there to stop it. Lots of trading going on between who has possession of the ball, but it seems like Peabody's going to gain possession of it right now. '19 ends up kicking it out of bounds, so the Peabody, it's making it Peabody's ball. Peabody will throw it in, bounces off the back of 12, bouncing in and out of bounds, making it Peabody's ball yet again. Seems like we have a 2-minute warning and the timer won't go down anymore. As soon as I said that, they're going to end the half. So the score is now still 4-0 with Peabody in the lead. It seems like a great half so far, but we'll see you guys during the second half. All right, and welcome back to the second half of the Peabody versus Winthrop girls soccer game. I'm Stefan Januszewicz again, and this is Adam on the camera. Small little fall right there. The girl's gonna be fine though. She's getting up. The score is 0-4 with, we've only been here for 15 seconds. Then both teams have swapped sides already. So that means that Winthrop's gonna be on the right and Peabody's gonna be on the left. Number 7 for Winthrop is gonna be taking a shot on goal, but Peabody goalie ends up saving it. She's gonna kick the ball towards the middle of the field. Winthrop ends up kicking it back up into the air. Number 41 trying to create some pressure. 12 stopping it from going out of bounds. Just a lot of passing around on the defensive end for Peabody. Winthrop ends up regaining control of it. Peabody ends up getting the ball back. Peabody trying to get the ball out of their defensive zone, but Winthrop is playing a much harder game now. That'll be Peabody's ball. There goes the ball. Bouncing over 2 Peabody players' heads and right into the feet of a Winthrop player. That Winthrop player being number 16. Winthrop passing the ball up towards the goalie, but the goalie ends up running out of the goal line, and picking it up before anything could happen. There goes the ball. Kicked far back, bounces off the head of a Winthrop player who seemed a little dazed after that. Peabody kicking the ball over the wall of dark blue, but Winthrop ends up kicking the ball out of bounds again. Peabody throws in the ball. Trying to set up a shot here, but Winthrop is playing good defense right now and kicks it out of bounds. Number 7 throws in the ball, bounces off a couple players, but Winthrop ends up kicking it back out towards the sidelines. Peabody trying to kick it back in. Goldie ends up catching it before Peabody could score a 5th goal. There goes the ball. Bounces off the head of number 7. Bounces off the chest of 41 on Peabody. Peabody trying to get the ball forward now. They haven't been playing nearly as well. Seems like there's a trip on against number 7 after number 6 ended up 6 fell. Number 7 just toppled right after her. 22 will be kicking the ball in for Peabody. Goalie getting ready to try and catch this just in case it goes over the whole crowd. And it does, and she catches it. Goalie ends up trying to kick the ball forward. Peabody ends up receiving the ball. Lots of tripping, falling going on. Peabody ends up getting the ball in their defensive zone. Now they got to try and push it forward. Passing it around, Winthrop ends up receiving the ball again and blocking it, trying to get it onto Peabody's defensive end again. 12 and 22 fighting for the ball. 41, 5, and 12 just passing around to each other until 5 decides to pass it up to 24. Ball is getting going out of bounds. That will be Peabody's ball. 12 will throw in the ball for Peabody. There it goes. There goes, that's a shot on net, but the goalie ends up missing the ball, and that's a shot on the net again. The score is 5-0 with 34-14 left in the half. That was just a bad catch from the goalie. If we had a replay, I would definitely press the replay button. Winthrop's ball. Winthrop's going to be starting off the ball again, like after every score Peabody has gotten. Winthrop and Peabody really fighting for it. Peabody kicking it forward. 22-24 is going to be setting up a shot. Ball's back into Peabody's defensive zone. Trying their hardest to make it so that Winthrop doesn't have a chance of coming back here. For those of you who didn't watch the last boys game, I think it was boys Peabody, as in the last boys Peabody game. It was Peabody versus Salem, and Salem almost came back with end up tying it with 3-3, but Peabody in the last about 18 seconds end up getting a final goal to set it to 4-3. So I'm guessing that the girls here, the Peabody girls, do not want that to happen. Some passing between each other. 6 tries taking a shot, but it bounces off of the number 18's body and rolls out of bounds, making it Peabody's ball. And here comes the ball. Number 6 ends up receiving it, trying to set up for a shot, but ends up losing control of it for a little bit and then losing the time to take that shot. Winthrop ends up kicking the ball out of bounds, making it a Peabody's ball. Peabody throws in the ball, bounces off the head of number 14, and then out of bounds again. This will be Winthrop's ball now. Score is still 5-0 with 31-12 left in the half here. Well, actually, not the half, the end of the game. Both teams are playing a ferocious game. It's just Peabody's getting a little bit better, playing a little bit better. Peabody ends up receiving the ball again, but Winthrop tries to pick it up. Peabody ends up stealing it back. A lot of trading. Peabody tries to save the ball before it goes out of bounds, but then bounces off a Winthrop player, making it Peabody ball. There goes the ball, bouncing off a couple players. Goalie ends up falling over, but referee ends up blowing his whistle, making it Winthrop ball this time. Winthrop kicks it in. Peabody receives it, trying to set up another shot. Peabody ends up tripping over, and Winthrop ends up kicking it out of bounds, making it Peabody's ball. Number 7 will be throwing in or kicking in the ball for Peabody. She throws it in, bounces around a little bit, and then out of bounds again, making it a Peabody's ball again. Nothing quite going on just yet. And here comes the ball. Bounce off the hands of in the goalie and then into the net. Score is now 6-0 with 28:39 left in the half. Not looking very good for Winthrop right now. Winthrop starts off with the ball. They're going to kick it back. Now they're going to kick it all the way up, bouncing off the chest of number 7. Peabody's now going to pass it back and forth, trying to advance the ball. Number 24 is going to start off with a nice chance at a shot. Winthrop ends up stealing it away though, and it goes out of bounds. 14 will throw in the ball. Oh, looks like Peabody's got a switch going on here. 26 for 22. 22 seems to have been, I think, was in the game all game. And nice for her to get a break. 14 and 41, passing it back and forth. 14 then ends up passing up to 6, who passes it up to 5. Passing it back to 7. Over to 41. 14. Winthrop might be getting this one. 23 ends up kicking it back to 41. Passing it up to 6. I hate the way that 5 and 6 look like in the in this font. You know, they all look like too similar to me. 14 ends up getting the ball, kicking it over to 26. Peabody still has maintenance on the ball, trying to sneak their way past the Winthrop players, because it seems like as if like once the Winthrop players get sneaked past, they just seem to give up a little bit. Winthrop ends up stealing the ball away, but Peabody ends up recovering it back. Just a lot of passing going on, no advancement. I don't think they can do this for 26 minutes. And ball goes out of bounds, making it a Winthrop's ball. Looks like there's a football team over there. Might be practice, although they're completely dressed up. So, but it shouldn't be a game because their games aren't until Friday. Freshmen are over in Malden. Winthrop has the ball right now, trying to take baby step their way around Peabody. Almost getting it past the number 7 there, but not very successful in that. I don't think Winthrop has had a shot on the goal just yet. 41 lets the ball go out of bounds so that they could she can throw it in. She throws it in towards 23. 23 ends up kicking it up towards 14, but intercepted by 22 on Winthrop. Lots of tripping. 22 tried to take a shot, but it's blocked by 3 Peabody players. Peabody passing it up. Passing it left. So number 3 going to be starting it, moving it forward for Peabody. She's going to pass it back to 26, who's going to pass it back up to 3. 3's going to pass it over to 6, who's going to pass it over to 4, but it ends up getting kicked back by Winthrop. 14 now has possession of the balls, but being pushed away by number 19. She passes it back to number 7, who should pass it over to 41, passes it up to 5, up to 24, to 23, to 5, to 24, back to 6, back to 7, to 26, up to 14, 14 passing it over to 5, past 5 to 41. 41 passes it to 23. Winthrop ends up bullying it away from 23 and stealing the ball. That was a small little crash between 26 and 24 on Winthrop. There was a shot on net, but goalie ends up saving the ball. Goalie ends up kicking it, but Winthrop receives. Ball ends up going out of bounds, making it Peabody's ball. Number 41 throws it in. 6 ends up receiving it. 23 ends up stealing it away from Winthrop. 6 passing it up so that 4 can try and get a shot on net. 4 passes it back to 24. 4 passes it up to 6. 6 ends up missing the ball because of the pressure from 19 on Winthrop. And so she passes it over to 14, who passes it over to 3. 3 tries to bring it back towards the middle of the field. Bringing it back to 7, up to 14. I don't know. This has been going on for 3 minutes, where it seems like they're rather just just bringing down the clock timer instead of trying to go for a goal. I don't understand why they're doing this.
This is working.
And I don't understand how this is working either. Winthrop ends up receiving the ball, just kicking it forward blindly to number 7 on Peabody, picks it up. Winthrop seems like they're going to try and steal it back again, but they just let it fall out of their grip, and 6 ends up stealing it away. Passing it over to 23. Winthrop ends up trying to kick it back, but 23 ends up just getting it again. 23 passes it over to 6. Passes it up to the field to 14. Over to 23 again. Up the field just randomly, trying to go to number 4, it seems. And 4 ends up receiving that, surprisingly. 3, she then passes it over to 3. 3 fighting for the ball over there. 3 kicks it towards the net. Bounces off the head of a Winthrop player, and then it's probably going to go out of bounds. Yes, it does. Score is still 6-0 with 21:40 left in the half. Well, the second half of the game, therefore the end. Number 7 will be throwing the ball in for Peabody. She throws it in, bounces off the head of number 6, and that is out of bounds. Winthrop will be kicking the ball towards the center of the field. There it goes. 23 on Peabody's going to be picking the ball up, but just kicks it out of bounds, making it Winthrop's ball. There it goes. Winthrop kicking it around a little bit more. Number 5 on Peabody kicks it hard, and it goes out of bounds. Winthrop will be throwing in the ball now. Winthrop throws it in. 25 trying to headbutt it away, but Winthrop just picks it back up. 21 trying to kick it forward for some advancement. Winthrop and two Winthrop players and number 7 fighting for the ball, but number 7 ends up overcoming them and then just kicks it out of bounds. 21 will be throwing in for Winthrop. She passes it over to 24 on Winthrop, but she just ends up losing it to number 5. Number 5 then ends up kicking it all the way up to 4. Bounces off the chest of 4 into the feet of 6 on Winthrop. Lots of trading now. Number 7 passes it back to the goalie, who passes it back up to number 7. I can't tell who has possession of the ball right now because it seems like every other time that the ball's kicked, it's from a different team. It seems like a line exchange for both Peabody and Winthrop. Winthrop throws in the ball. And it falls out of bounds. Winthrop will be throwing in the ball again. Winthrop really kicks the ball hard. Nobody's going to be there to receive it, though, except for the goalie on Peabody. She kicks the ball towards the middle of the field. Winthrop and Peabody really just trading from the ball right now. 25 is going to be going for a shot on net, but it ends up just overcoming her a little bit. When she tries passing it over number 4, but it just ends up getting kicked away by a Winthrop player. But 25 ends up receiving it back and keeping it in play. Winthrop ends up stealing the ball back, passing it up the field. And that's out of bounds on Peabody. Winthrop throws it in. Winthrop trying to keep possession of the ball. Trying to do the best they can do. Winthrop ends up getting the ball back. Peabody ends up taking it back again. Winthrop ends up stealing the ball back from 23, who tried passing it up to 25. 25 is trying to take the ball away from two players at once now. Seven ends up trying to kick the ball away from the net. Peabody trying their best to keep possession. I think that's out on Peabody. Nope, it's actually out on Winthrop. Here it goes. Gets thrown in. Peabody ends up getting the ball back. Number 26 tries passing it up to 13, but it gets intercepted on 2 from Winthrop. Ball slides past number 41 on Peabody. She's then going to try and kick it out of bounds. No, she didn't. She was trying to kick it up the field, bounces off the legs of number 4 on Winthrop, then goes out of bounds and being out on Winthrop. Peabody throws the ball in. Number 6 headbutts it. Number 6 on Winthrop headbutts it. Peabody just passing between each other now. They're trying to advance as hard as they can. 17's really moving it up there, but it ends up rolling out of bounds. That is out against Winthrop, though, making it a Peabody ball. I guess this is going to be Winthrop ball. Winthrop kicks it forward, almost goes out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds on Winthrop, making it a Peabody ball. Peabody throws it in, bounces off the chest of number 4, kicks it back towards whoever threw that in. Winthrop then ends up trying to kick it up the field, passing it to number 11 on Winthrop, passing up the field again, but 26 on Peabody ends up receiving it. Passing it up to 25. 25 is trying to get a lot of heat off to get a shot set up. He tries to save the ball, but ends up just kicking out of bounds. Winthrop kicks it in. Number 13 going to try and set up for a shot. Stopping the ball, passing it back to 23, over to 4. 25, 6, back to 4. Just a lot of trading in there. The Winthrop defensive zone doesn't seem like they're really trying to get the ball forward. 5 going. Oh no, she wasn't going for a shot, I guess. Passing it over to 13, who keeps it in. That's a whistle blown. I don't know what that's about, but it's going to be Winthrop's ball. Winthrop kicks it in. Something about Sour Patches coming from the Peabody coach. That's a whistle for tripping. There it goes. Whistle blown. I don't know what that is about. Again, he seems very aggressive about that one, but so I mean, I'm guessing it's a pretty bad penalty. or foul or whatever they are in soccer. They're penalties?
I don't know.
They're penalties.
I think they are.
I always thought they were penalties, but then someone told me they were fouls and then told me they were penalties again.
I think they're penalties.
18 will kick the ball towards the net. The goalie ends up knocking it up and over the field goal post so that it doesn't go in. Score is still 6-0 with 11 minutes left in the until the end of the game. Here it goes, and out of bounds immediately. Goalie for Peabody ends up kicking the ball in. Peabody just kicking it around now, playing a little dangerously, leaving it on their side. Winthrop ends up picking the ball back up. This might be, nope. I was about to say that this might be their first point. I'm hoping that at least they don't go away with 0 points. That would just stink. Winthrop ends up kicking it away from their net, trying to advance back onto the Peabody side. But Peabody's not letting that happen. Kicking it up the field. 13 trying to keep it in, but it ends up just rolling out of bounds, making it Winthrop ball. Winthrop throws in the ball, bounces off the feet on number 6 on Winthrop. 23 on Peabody, sending it forward now. 5 kicking it forward so that 17 can try and get a shot open. She goes for a shot, and the goalie blocks it and then grabs a hold of it. That was a nice save by that goalie. Goalie kicks the ball. Bounces off the head of number 21, bounces off the head of number 25 on Winthrop. "13 kicking it forward for 25 to get a hold of, but 18 on Winthrop might beat her there, and 18 ends up kicking it out, making it Peabody's ball. She throws it in. 13 just ends up taking a hard kick and sending it, I don't know where. I don't know what she thought to accomplish there. But it ends up going over the goal completely and almost behind the scoreboard. Which, for those of you who don't know, that's actually pretty far away. Somebody's going to have to go and get that. Winthrop ends up kicking the ball in. 13 ends up intercepting it, passing it up to 25, who might have a shot on goal. She trips a little bit, and Winthrop trying to keep their ball. 25 going for the ball again. And looked like it went out of bounds, but referee's got to leave that. I don't know if on the line means out or
On the line's fine.
on the line is fine. All right. I guess that wasn't so out as I thought it was. Whistle's blown. Seems like they're going to be switching some people. "24 is going to be coming in for number 6. 7 throws it in. Bounces off the knee of number 12 on Winthrop and then goes out of bounds again. Seven will be throwing in again. Bounces off the head of number 19 on Winthrop. 16 for Winthrop. Tries to kick it forward, but 7 ends up headbutting it back. Set in 23 ends up getting possession of it, kicking it up toward 13 to get. 13 is going to pass it up to 25. He'll take a shot on net, but it gets blocked by both the goalie and 16 on Winthrop. That was a nice defensive play by Winthrop. Here comes number 5, kicking the ball in. Winthrop ends up receiving it. Five passing it up towards the center, trying to get a shot on goal. 26 ends up trying to take a shot, but the goalie stops it. Goalie kicks the ball up into the air. Bounces off the feet of a Peabody player. Winthrop ends up stealing it away. Peabody ends up stealing that away. Passing it up to 13. 13 will kick it forward for 25, but 18 ends up on Winthrop, ends up receiving it. Tries kicking it back towards number 2, but 13 gets her foot in on it, but doesn't get a good enough grip and gets to the feet of 2. Peabody ends up stealing the ball again, passing it up to 25, passing it back to 13, but 18 ends up grabbing it, but 25 ends up receiving it. 21 has it now, then passing it up to 23. A lot of trading between the teams. Oh, that looked like a bad collision between 7 and 25 on Winthrop. Whistle's going to be blown for that, and that'll be Winthrop's ball. Score is 6-0 with 4:20 left in the game. Blaze it. Shot on goal with Peabody goalie saving the ball before Winthrop can get their first point on the board. Goalie kicks it up towards the middle of the field. Winthrop ends up trying to kick it back, but Peabody receives it. Peabody and Winthrop really fighting for the ball right now. Ball is going to be all the way up there. Winthrop ends up receiving it, but kicking it out of bounds, making it Peabody's ball. That referee was just doing some jazz hands. I don't know what that meant, because he seemed to have been signaling the other referee, but he was just shaking his hands. Hands as is.
Oh.
He was in a jazz band.
These are Kansas.
No, not Hanses. Not Kansas's cousin or whatever. Hands as is. Peabody ends up getting hold of the ball again, kicking it all the way up for 13. 13 might take a shot, takes the shot, and goalie ends up catching it. Nice save on that goalie's part. She kicks the ball up into the air. Peabody receives it again. But this time Winthrop is able to get their say in and kick it back towards Peabody's side. Winthrop still has it. There's officially only 2 minutes left in the game. At this point, I will not know the time. 2 minutes doesn't mean the end of the game. But it's basically the end. Score is still 6-0, so there's no chance that Winthrop will be able to get any foothold in this. You just know, I guess Peabody would just want now to have a shutout rather than let them get a point. Number 5 passes it up to 13. 13 passes up to 25. Whistle is blown. I believe that is offsides. And here comes the ball. Winthrop kicking it in. Number 18 on Winthrop, that is. 21 ends up just kicking it out of bounds, making Winthrop's ball. I don't think it matters at this point. And that's what I think what was going through 21's head. Oh, yeah, it's only 2 minutes. There's less than 2 minutes left, so if I kick the ball out, it's just going to waste time. Winthrop passing the ball around. Peabody ends up getting the ball back. 41 just sort of kicks it over to Winthrop, trying to like tease them. Hey, you think you're gonna get a score? Nope. And that's the end of the game. Score is 6-0 with Peabody in the lead. That was actually a great game on Peabody's part. Well, I am Stefan Jandersevitz. Adam.
Hi.
Is going to be on the camera. He was on the camera, and we'll see you guys later.